Moving on to the filter section now. So at the moment you can see the oscillator is being sent to filter 1. Like with the amplitude envelopes, we can create additional filter tabs here, so we can add extra filters. And unlike the amplitude envelope, we can send the oscillator through more than one filter. So if we want to send it to filter 1 and then into filter 2, then we can click add here, select filter 2, and now it will be going through both filters, one after the other. Let's remove that though. Go back to filter 1 here, and the controls you've got many different filter types. Low pass as default, as you'd expect, which you can use to cut out the high frequencies. With a resonance control there for boosting frequencies around the cutoff. And then a drive for fattening it up. You can hear that makes the filter a lot chunkier. And alongside all these controls, you have the ability to define how much velocity information controls that parameter. So at the moment, when I play notes, you can hear when I play quiet ones, the cutoff is affected quite a lot. As you can also see by that blue line appearing there. Now if I reduce this down to 0, then we won't get that modulation occurring. It doesn't matter how hard I hit notes now, the cutoff value is always going to be the same. But if you want to apply that modulation there, then you can use that bar, and the same for any of these parameters here as well. So although it looks like key tracking, it's actually velocity there. And the key tracking is defined at the end here. So if you want to turn that up, then the cutoff will change with the pitch of notes you play. As well as with the velocity now. If I turn that down, then it'll just be the pitch of notes. So we could change the filter type to one of the others, like maybe a high pass if we wanted to cut out the low frequencies rather than the high. And so on. There's even some special filters there, like comb, which is a fun one, and things like talkbox. So as you can imagine, lots of different modulation options there for creating cool sounds. And on the end here we have an envelope control. So if we, for example, bring the cutoff right down and we want to modulate it up when I hit a note, then we just have to turn the envelope up. And then we can use the envelope controls here to define how quickly it modulates over time. So at the moment, it's just a very brief decay, but we can extend it out if we want to create a longer filter sweep. Maybe have an attack, so we get a sweep upwards instead. And so on. And actually the envelope dial is in the middle as default. So this, when it's in the middle, you get no modulation. When it's going downwards, it modulates downwards. And when it's upwards, it modulates in the other direction there.